How can I be homophobic? My bitch is Smooch. Oh, welcome back to another episode of Smoochie Town. And you probably are wondering, who's this pretty girl next to Marco? It's Hayley Davies, my first co-host ever in Smoochie Town. Yes, this
Excited
episode is like, lock it up. I'm kidding. How beautiful is she, right? And before we get to our very beautiful and talented guest today, it's a Smooch of the Week. Okay, so I was at a comedy show, guys. Oh, newsflash. And I was with my buddy, and after we told some jokes, we went to LaFleur Room in West Hollywood and danced the night away. Let me tell you, I felt like the belle of the ball. And there's these two little pretty birdies that wanted to come home with us, so we go back to our house. And then we're hooking up respectively in different spots in the house. And then I knew this, but I guess my friend's friend that he was hooking up with didn't. He had gonorrhea at the time. So the girl wouldn't hook up with him, and rightfully so. So he got a little upset. And by the way, my girl is all over me, and I'm STD free. His girl was getting upset, and so was he. So he just like left abruptly. And then guess who needed a little shoulder to cry on? Is my friend's girl. So then we're all just like watching the Usher halftime show in my bed. And next thing you know, I had a threesome with both, and that's Smooch of the Week.
Oh man, Usher halftime show, classic.
Yeah, let it burn like the gonorrhea.
Oh.
All right, so I'm really excited and nervous for my next guest. She's absolutely beautiful, all the way from Australia. Give it up one time for Hayley Davies. Wow,
for myself.
You are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love the collar.
You're not so
It's
bad
working.
yourself.
Intimidating though.
She's better though.
Yeah. What do you think of that Smooch of the Week?
What do I think of the Smoochie of the Week?
Yeah. What do you think?
That's-
Have you ever had an STD?
Many.
Many. Ooh. What was the worst one?
MJN.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I've heard of
MJ.
that, but
It's like, it's short for microplasma genitalium. And it's like this new STD. And you know, it's funny because I had heard about it before I came over to America, because what was happening was that any of the Australian porn stars or creators were like coming to America and coming back with MGen. And we weren't testing for it. It's really hard to find a place to test for it, but I found a place and got tested for it. I was good. And then I came over and I was like, oh, surely you guys will be testing for it. No one was testing for it. And then all of a sudden, everyone was getting it and they started like enforcing it in tests. And I would say like, honestly, maybe exaggerating a little, but I feel like half the industry had it. It was almost going to shut down. I had an orgy booked and over half of us had it. So it had to be
Ooh.
cancelled.
What's your favorite type of kind of like scene to film?
I thought you were going to say, what's your favorite STD?
I thought I had gonorrhea once or syphilis, and it turned out it was like a bacterial infection, but it was a little
Yeah.
discharge from the semen hole.
I feel like what we need to clarify to the audience is that you can get rid of these STDs. Some people think like, now I'm like infested with STDs. That's not the case.
yeah,
No.
a couple pills.
Yes,
You're
there is
good.
obviously like herpes that you can't get rid of. But yeah. What's my favorite type of scene to film? Just like a boy girl or a girl.
Missionary, just love making.
I love missionary.
So is she, I think, right?
Yeah, it's the
like,
best.
If you're a lover girl, you just like missionary. It's very intimate. It feels good. It's just, yeah, it's the best.
Like if I'm gonna watch porn, that's like I'm like real couple love making.
Yes, literally. I'm just looking for amateur couples, like
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
like,
amateur, like
into
security
it.
cam footage.
I mean, that's another
No.
level, but
I
yeah.
like 4K. I really want the good stuff. You know,
I
Vixen
like-
be putting some good stuff out.
Yeah, I like audio porn as well. Like literally just like listening,
Yes.
right?
Oh my god.
Like,
Time out,
voyeurism
like
type,
ASMR porn?
Yeah, like it's literally just a voice, and it'll be
Yeah,
like a guy
you
with
can-
like a sexy voice, and he'll be like, "Take your panties off."
Yeah, and you can just hear the girl moaning, and
panties
like
off.
I like that.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
hot.
Take your
off.
Yeah.
Like that?
There's like an app that like you can listen to,
I
and it's
need that.
just all these like different
Stop it.
guys, and they just tell these stories. I went through a phase where I was like obsessed with it because I don't
Yeah.
watch a ton of porn,
No.
and that just like because I like to use my imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you go to the spank bank?
You sound like you're listening more
What do
for
you
the
mean?
guy's voice though. I'm listening like I just want to hear the girl moaning.
That's
I
hot
don't know.
too.
Are you do you fuck off camera? Do you fuck off camera?
A lit-
How is
a
how is
whole lot.
fucking off camera kind of changed since like porn and stuff?
So when I first came to America and I was going hard doing 3 scenes a day, obviously I didn't have
Oh my
any
God.
time or energy or
3 scenes.
3 scenes every day. It was sore, you know, so I didn't have time to find anyone, let alone any energy to do anything. So after about 6 months straight of doing that, I was like, oh, do I even like sex like outside of
Yeah.
work? So, but then I started sort of seeing someone, and then I realized like, okay, I like sex.
Mm.
So
6
I think
inches?
it's-
6 inches?
he was like 9, a little too big for me. 'Cause
Right?
I'm like,
That's way
shallow.
too big.
That's way too big. I
Right?
like boyfriend
Everyone?
dick.
See, boyfriend dick.
See, and what is that exactly? 5.5?
Yeah, honestly, 5.5, I'm good.
Knew it.
That's fine with me.
What's your ideal guy besides 5.5? You know, like what do you look for in a partner off camera?
So I would say looks wise, I don't have too much of a type, like as long as they're like handsome, but personality, like funny, smart. I like smart guys.
Me
I'm like
too.
a safe.
Like
Funny
nerdy?
and smart, yes.
What if
Yeah.
they're not as handsome? Would you like go down a little bit because they're smart?
100%. Yeah. If you're
Mm.
smart, funny, ambitious, hardworking, that's really what I look for. And that makes you like so much more attractive. You gain like 4 points.
It sounds like you're describing me, to be completely honest. All right, so this isn't
I'm
like.
know.
flirting.
Oh,
You
wow.
got
Thank
me.
you. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
no, you
Okay.
are actually good looking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so
Do you like the
it's
mullet? I
fine.
just got it.
I actually, you know what? I like mullets. If
Do
you can pull it off,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's
I
like,
heard
got a lot of compliments.
they're really popular in Australia.
They
Like
are
everyone has a mullet and a
so
mustache.
popular.
I feel like I couldn't go there. Everyone's like fun and hot with a mustache and a
There's
mullet.
so many hot guys in Australia. I call them skullets. I have no idea, but mullets to me
Skullets?
are like mullets to
Sounds
me
like
are
a
like the actual
slur.
like long mullet, you know. But that is like a short one.
You have a mini mullet.
The mini mall. Just a little
The
mini
mini
mall.
mullet.
How do you meet guys off camera? Are you single?
I am single.
Okay, very cool.
How do I meet guys?
You on any apps?
I don't use apps anymore. I even tried to get onto Raya, but they don't want porn stars.
Yeah, they won't
What are
let
you
me on
talking
either.
Mm.
They don't do OnlyFans girls or porn stars.
Yeah, they have to add your socials, and then as soon as they look at your socials,
Raya's a
they
waste of
know.
time anyways. It's like everyone's hot, no one's making moves. You know?
So I feel like and back home, people don't really come up to you when you're out, but I feel like here it's easier because people will come up to you, and I don't know, I kind of just like meet people out and about.
Mhm.
What about Instagram?
Instagram, I do check like all my DMs, but I haven't like ever met anyone.
Do you ever slide in?
Ooh, good question, Tay.
That's a good question.
And if so,
I
what do
have
you say?
actually- I try to like, because I hate when someone just says something boring, like
Yes.
hey or whatever. So I try to like look at their profile and like their pictures and like what they do and try to kind of like come up with something.
Like something clever? Because I feel like you're funny and have a good personality.
Yeah, I try to come up with something clever. Like if I slide into like a normal guy's DMs or like I slid into like Central C's DMs. So I can't remember what I said, but something to do with one of his songs, and I tried to just like make it funny.
Was
but-
it the one I said in the beginning? Sprinter, let's go. Yo, he's hot.
He's so hot.
He's
is
hot.
hot.
Central C?
Such
I
a
would
good
climb him like a
looking guy.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't reply though.
Did he read it?
Sometimes you gotta wait.
You
Not that I
can't.
know
Does he
of.
follow you? Ooh, so has anyone famous slid in your DMs?
Just like Tiger would probably be. Yeah.
Okay.
But he slides into everyone's DMs.
Rack City, baby. Oh, wait, does he?
Of course.
Yep.
Do you
Yeah.
know there was like a saying or something? It's like you're not an LA baddie if you haven't fucked Tiger or something like that.
That's true.
He just
Have you
like,
fucked Tiger?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have not fucked Tyga. But we
he's
were at his
probably
birthday
slid.
party
Yeah,
together.
Exactly. We were at his birthday party.
I'm assuming he throws epic ragers, yeah.
It was weird. He kind of like came late, and it was kind of like
I think he was on he was like partying in Vegas for
He
his
was.
birthday. And then he came to his birthday super late. And then we all went to the strip club.
yeah.
Yeah. It was fun though, because they throw a bunch of money. And I hate when you go to the strip club with people and they like are stingy. Like, why are we here?
Yeah.
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 Let's make it rain.
And I was like sitting next to Lil Wayne at the club, and I didn't even know. You know, do you ever do this? Like, you love like a rapper or an artist, and you don't even know what they look like. You just listen to their music. So
You know what Lil
I
Wayne-
knew
You don't know what Lil
I
Wayne looked
kinda, like knew what he looked like, but like I just didn't really like. I don't know.
Put it together. Because I remember at
just
the club,
didn't.
I was like, Lil
Of
Wayne's
course I-
here.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Lil Wayne fan. But I was
Oh,
like,
I'm a huge Lil Wayne
Yeah,
fan. I
I
could
was-
sing like half his songs word for word, probably. Like, But I'm like, it was weird. He was sat right next to me for like 10 minutes. And I was just like watching all this stripping going on.
A lot of ass. There was a lot of ass shaken.
Lot of it.
It was very entertaining.
What's your ideal date?
Ooh.
Like if hey, the DM worked. Now I'm planning a date. How to get Hayley Davies.
I would say
Start to finish.
Just definitely again like coming up with something creative. So like dinner is like it's cool and all, but it's like
Kind of basic.
it's just basic. Like if you can think of something or like ask me like what I want to do, like what am I into, something more exciting. Even if it was literally just like Top Golf, it's just not dinner. You know, it's like going and doing something fun, like more stimulating than kind of like sitting at dinner. And you can still like talk, you know? It's not like you're at a movie. Like I wouldn't want to go to a movie. That's weird.
I hate a movie date.
Yeah.
They just put
what?
a golfing facility into West Hollywood. It's called Bottom Golf.
Oh.
Are you joking me?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. There it is.
I almost
I was like, really?
You know West Hollywood, I love West Hollywood.
Great idea.
right? Wait, that is a good
Underground-
idea.
Yeah, you should get onto that. Like an underground golfing.
Underground
Top- you
golfing
got top
and
golf
then
and then you've
pegging
got bottom
and
golf.
stuff.
That's true.
Yeah,
That does
yeah,
sound
I like
dodgy.
that. I think we should invest.
Bottom golf.
We should invest. In,
Maybe there could be like a rave there. I think that'd be fun.
that'd be fun. What's your favorite sex position?
Missionary.
See,
Or doggy though, honestly.
everyone
I
says
like
missionary. I ask it on every podcast, and girls really love the eye contact.
it. Yeah. The eye contact, the kissing,
Yeah.
the like grabbing their body.
Do you have any fetishes? Like kinky? Like kinky?
Like kinda like voyeurism.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch. I would like to watch. Like if I had a boyfriend, I would want to watch him fucking other girls. And then I would probably join in because I would get really horny. But like that turns
Really?
me on. Like him like
Like a-
watching your man like make another girl moan. It's like because I'm into girls as well. So it's like yeah.
Like a cuck situation.
Pretty much like a girl cuck. And like once I was in this hotel in New York and like I got back and I could hear the people fucking next door and I was like, oh my God, this is my dream. I made a video. I was like filming and I was just like masturbating at the door because there was like two doors backing onto each other. I like opened my one and I was like listening and I was like and like then it was crazy because they opened their door and I was like I heard them coming so I had like closed my but I couldn't shut it fully because they would like hear it. So I was like, oh my God, and I just like ran into the bed and ran under the covers.
Like they're not gonna find you.
I mean they opened it and they would have seen that mine was like not quite closed, but it's not like they're probably gonna
Yeah.
bust through.
Yeah.
If,
They were probably like, what the
if they asked you to join, would you have said yes?
It depends, like, if they were, like, a hot couple. If they were a hot couple, probably, yeah.
Okay. When did you lose your virginity?
13.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
know.
whoa.
I was from a small town, and, like, everyone kind of just, like, fucks everyone. And it's, like, it was my cheerleading coach's son.
Wait.
He was really hot. He used to watch me in class, and, like, he would see me doing the splits. I think I was one of the only girls that could do the splits. And
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like,
He was like,
somehow we got each other's number or Snapchat or whatever it was then. And like, he would be like, oh, it's so hot, like watching you do the splits. And then we ended up, he took my virginity. It was
No.
painful. He wasn't even like big, but at least
Did you make the team?
I mean, yeah. I was the flyer because I'm like tiny. So I was always the
yeah.
one like
Oh,
flying in the
yeah.
air.
My sister did competitive cheerleading and
Yeah.
like the basket tossing and
Yeah.
stuff, like in the pool. I used to do that for funsies. Hey,
Yeah.
quick shout out to Jungle Tea. 0 sugars, guys. 5% alcohol. I know you don't drink, but it's actually a little 30 milligrams caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it gets you going in more ways than one.
Oh.
Let me tell you that. Welcome
Like
to
that's
the
actually-
jungle.
Is that actually is there like aphrodisiacs in there?
I don't know, but it does make me horny. That's probably
Does
the
it?
alcohol.
Because there's aphrodisiac tea. Because when I shot a stream with Jack and Jill, they gave me aphrodisiac tea.
Did it make you horny?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is naturally
Do
occurring.
you get horny when
caffeine.
you eat? I don't eat oysters, but do you get horny? When
I don't like oysters in general.
No?
I
I
think
don't like
oysters
seafood.
taste like snot, and I will die on that
No,
hill.
Yeah,
they
I'll die on that
don't.
hill.
You look like a classy seafood girl, though. Like
I love an oyster.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that classy though?
Yeah.
Because
Because I think it's like you have a palate, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Is oysters pair with like what, like a white wine? Is there?
Yeah, you could pair it with the white wine.
Yeah, I don't know about like food pairing because I don't drink wine either. But I think wine is terrible. If I'm going to drink, it's going to be like a sweet cocktail or a vodka shot so that I can just get it down and get rid of it.
Yeah, see, nowadays I kind of do just like a tequila shot just because I'm like, let's cut out all the excess.
Americans.
But this is nice because there's no sugar in it.
Americans with tequila are like, I don't know how you guys drink
I
tequila.
love tequila.
I think it's that like drinking is so common in the US that I've ruined everything else. Like I've
Yeah.
ruined vodka for myself.
Because you've had too many bad nights.
Yeah, I went to like a
Yeah.
Kettle One New Year's and never again, you know?
I think
Yeah.
vodka tastes like rubbing alcohol.
It does.
It's
Right?
You know what's
disgusting.
really weird though? Gin.
Who's drinking gin? What are you in
If-
a
I used to
pub
drink-
in London?
If I drink, it's either vodka or gin, yeah.
See, gin, I feel like it's like 80-year-old men and then just like maybe sociopaths, but I don't want to say that because you just said you drink gin.
No,
It's just so
it's
rare.
fine. It's fine.
It's so rare you meet someone who drinks gin.
Back home, it's very like common. Tequila.
I do feel like it is kind of classy though, because that's like
Yeah. I think like gin or tequila is one of the ones that you can like sip at.
sip. Yeah,
But to sip at vodka, that's when you're like a sociopath.
What's your
that's
vice?
true.
I honestly feel like I'm just like high on life. Like I just like go to
Okay.
a party and I'm just like full of energy.
No shrooms, no weed.
I just no weed. Again, that's very big here, but like I don't smoke weed. But I just tried shrooms this year. It was at Kazumi's party. And I do like them. But I'm very just like mindful of like not trying to slip into slippery slopes and like do things too consistently. You know?
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm not
feel
trying
that.
to like go out and do shrooms all the time.
No.
But
Yeah, me either. I love
Did your nose
microdosing.
just-
I love microdosing. Hello, Pinocchio. All right, so I got a date story and I want you to rate it.
okay.
Okay, because I love taking girls on nice dates. My go-to is usually
Yeah,
Soho
what's
House
it?
or Hardware, and then maybe something fun, a little bowling action.
I see that's nice.
Yeah, maybe a walk around the neighborhood. You know,
That's
really get to know
nice.
each other.
Yeah.
But this specific female, she came to visit me from Nashville, flew her out, and on my birthday, I took her out on a birthday extravaganza date. Let me tell
Mhm.
you, I took her out thrift shopping in Topanga Canyon.
Oh,
that's actually really
fun.
cool.
Bought her a couple
like that.
dresses.
I like
Ooh.
that.
Went to Malibu Sea Market. No oysters there, but there was like some shrimp and stuff. And then a private beach up the PCH just to chill, drink some wine. And
That's
then
a great
came back,
day.
right? That was like a full
That's
day too.
amazing.
And
That was
then
your first time meeting?
I met her at Coachella.
Okay.
And then
That
I
was your
flew out
first
here.
date?
First date, but we've hung out a million times in group
Yeah.
settings and she wanted to get to
So
know
that's
me.
why she
And then she ghosted me. So I feel like maybe
was too much.
she got
That's
there it is.
weird.
why do
that-
girls why
they
you
want
bitches
it,
no
but
no
then
no
they-
you bitches want a guy that gives you the chase.
I don't think that's true.
in some I think in some aspects, like I think a lot of girls are like that. They think they want that.
Mm.
But then when they don't have the chase, that they lose interest. But it's like we know we want a nice guy like that. Like cuz you're putting an effort. Like what more could you want? But like I like nice guys like that, but it's like I don't know.
It's
The
icky.
psychology of it will be
Yeah.
like something to do
There is
with
something
needing
about
the
like something
chase.
that you can't have.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like
There's
feeling
always-
like you can't have it and then you get it and it's like
exactly
feels more satisfying.
Exactly. I think that's like I would love to learn more about like the psychology behind that because it's exactly that. Like you just want what you can't have.
What would you say your worst date ever is?
Oh,
Terrible
I can think
date
of,
story.
I can actually just it's nothing too crazy, but well, it's kind of funny. So maybe 4 months ago, I went on this date. It was actually from an app, I think, on Hinge.
Ooh.
And so we went on a date. We were out at some nice like bar dinner place in LA. And it was going so good. He was like so handsome. The conversation was amazing. And then somehow I thought of bringing this up because I think I'd been talking to someone. And I was like, how often do you wash your bed sheets? And he goes, oh, like once every 6 months. And I was like,
What?
oh, I thought he was joking, right? And I'm like, you're joking. He's like, no, like what's wrong with that? And I was like, I said to him so many times, like, come on, like tell me you're joking. Because in my head, I was like, instant ick, like
Yeah.
deal breaker. It's not even something you can like work on. Like just disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Bad hygiene.
It's disgusting. You're
And I
a
was-
freshman in college.
Yeah, I was shocked because he was like 32 or something. He had amazing skin. Like I could tell he took care of his skin. We were even talking about that. Like he takes care of his skin, but I was like, you don't wash you're single. You're probably sleeping with girls. You don't wash your sheets for 6 months. That's just like laziness. Disgusting.
Like 4 months is the proper amount of time, right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, 4 months is what I do. Yeah.
What are your top traits? You said like the ambition. You said like you must be handsome, funny, smart. What do you look for? Like it's a non-negotiable, like a requirement. And then also like a pet peeve. If he does this, the ick.
Okay.
What gives Hayley Davies the ick? You know.
Well, non-negotiables is just like being able to communicate properly, like having that whole. Because I think it's not necessarily that it's so much of an issue. It's the lack of communication around, like, say they're going to be working like all day and they're not going to be able to talk to you for like the entire day. And you've like texted. I like when someone can be like, oh, I'm going to be busy at work all day. Like, I'll speak to you tonight or something like that. Just like simple stuff so that if you are trying to get hold of them for like important things and you can't get hold of them, it's like, you're kind of like, oh man, like this is annoying. It would have been so easy to be like, I'm doing that. It's just like communication around like a lot of things. But that goes with like every situation. It's like you always need to be able to communicate. So and then what gives me the ick is like when
What drives that pussy up, Hayley?
I think like when they think they try to like flex on how much money they have or something. I think my main thing is like when they have a lot of like designer stuff and then they don't even have like investments like property or shares or crypto or whatever. Like all they want to do is spend their money on like trying to flex like Gucci, Dior. Because I don't even like if I see a handsome guy and he's wearing just like sick style, like just cool stuff from like Stuzzy or like whatever brands guys shop at.
Fashion Nova.
Just sick outfit. Just a sick outfit.
Style. Like
so much
style.
hotter than a guy wearing a Dior t-shirt and fucking Dior shoes
Oh,
or
like
whatever.
the outfit
100%.
together.
I don't, yeah.
It's the
I don't
worst
like
too when
that.
it's like really like monogrammed, right? It's
Yeah,
like Gucci.
no.
They
And
smell like Aqua di
Yeah,
Gio.
we get it.
yeah, it doesn't even look good. It's like, it's so nice when a guy has a lot of money and he just doesn't feel the need to show it.
I almost like when they have a lot of money and then like they don't even like dress good.
Yeah.
You know, almost like
They're just so
like one of those
humble.
guys who just like wears the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, because my
You like
mind's
that?
on other things. Yeah, because it's just like
The
the things that
Zuckerberg
are
thing?
actually important,
Exactly.
they focus on.
Yeah.
You know?
Like if you have a lot of money and you're not spending it on clothing, like what's that gonna do? Or like a big watch. I know people say that like watches can be an investment, but like I mean kind of, but like yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like I don't care what car they drive.
Yeah.
Really?
No, don't care.
Oh, wow. Okay. In LA, that's crazy to hear.
Yeah, but I'm like
and refreshing.
I'm not from here, so it's very people are always shocked. Like people say like how much would a guy have to earn to date you? And I'm like, just like 100K, 80K, like whatever. Like that's in Australian dollars. That's like just over like 80K is like 120K. Like that's you can pay rent and save money.
You can be a gym teacher at a private school and date Hayley Davies, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
If
Yeah.
you're nice and funny and
If you're
hardworking
nice,
and you don't
funny,
flex.
genuine, yeah. You take care of me. You're thoughtful, loyal.
I
Like,
agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And I don't know if that's because I'm from the Midwest, but like I don't care what kind of car you drive.
Exactly.
If you have everything else, like whatever.
Yeah.
When was your last boyfriend?
3 years ago.
What happened?
How long were you guys
It's
together?
Deep.
Let's get deep, baby.
It's deep. He like ended his life afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah, it's deep.
Oh no, I'm
He's like-
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Laughs when he's nervous.
No, well, I don't even know how to
That's a
react to it
second-
either. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's the second time I asked someone, and like, I asked him, like,
Thanks,
what's
you
your
dad?
relationship like with your father? And he was like, he's dead. And I'm like, oh,
oh my
yeah.
god.
Oh my God.
Sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Back home as well, actually, like suicide rates are very high.
In Australia, everyone seems happy.
Yeah. No.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get better. I don't know how to respond to that.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
How do I transition out of this one?
But yeah.
Are you looking for a relationship at all?
Not looking. I'd be like open to it. I
Okay.
wasn't for the past year because I was too busy.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get like anytime I sort of try to start seeing someone, they can't deal with my work. Like they're always second priority. And I'm like, everyone's always going to be second priority.
And now,
against work.
how often when you start seeing someone, do you like tell them about your job or like what you do?
Oh, I mean, right away. Like it's
Yeah.
like you can't hide it. I think if you were like a small creator and you maybe had like a day job and you were doing it on the side, like I don't believe in lying anyway, but I
Yeah.
think that's when maybe people kind of hide it. But it's like that is like my entire life, my job.
Yeah,
my-
I'm the same way. I'm always like, tell them right up front, because then if you're
100%.
like not for me, you're gonna be uncomfortable, and then
Exactly.
just get out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever reacted when you told them what you do in a hasty manner of like, oh, I have to leave, or they were like, I'm over her, or like grossed out?
No.
As they shouldn't be, but
Everyone-
guys do.
Yeah, everyone, like if I meet them in person, like they already know. Like they already know off the bat. Like, and if I match with them on a dating app, I mean my Instagram's there, and if you've looked at my Instagram, then yeah. And like no one's ever reacted. But what I think is that people probably don't realize the extent of it. Maybe they think that like, oh, like I have boyfriends and I just film with them. Like they probably don't realize the extent of like how many people I film with or whatever. But yeah, I haven't like dated seriously really since, and I've only been doing it for like a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, you've only been doing porn and OnlyFans for a year?
Yeah, so I made my OnlyFans.
Girl, you're a star.
Yeah.
She's a hard
Wow.
worker. I feel like I see you posting and everything
Yeah.
all the time.
Your
Like,
videos on Instagram are absolutely hilarious. Because it's like funny too. It's not just like, here's my ass. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little comedic play into
Yeah.
it, which makes you more attractive.
Yeah. No, that's what everyone says. Like I try to show my personality because I feel like I'm not just like just an OnlyFans girl or whatever. Like I have a lot of personality, so I try to show it. And I think that's good for like conversion, and it's good for like your audience. And I used to do the more thirst trappy stuff. Or I would film a lot of stuff with the people I was collabing with. That was my focus. Like every single collab, I would do 3 reels with them or TikToks. But then I just like noticed that your audience just wants to see you, which is why they follow you. So I still do content with other people, but my feed used to be like mainly just other people. Now it's like mainly me. And I was doing a lot of like high production skits where like they would take like a couple of hours and we would do all these shots on the pro camera and put it together. And I thought they were hilarious, but they wouldn't go as viral as, and I thought if I consistently do it, they'll start to go viral as your page builds traction, but they just weren't. So then I've started doing those like silly skits that literally take like 20 seconds, usually one take, and my page has been like
Yeah, it's a
popping.
consistency.
Mhm.
What would you say your advice is to an up and coming OnlyFans creator?
So definitely just like you've got the 2 biggest components, which is like social media to obviously traffic to bring people in. And then you have to be good on the OnlyFans side and the chatting side to keep people and to like monetize. So like as far as social media goes, it's just like I have posted I made my Instagram because I lost my account in July last year. So I made my new Instagram in July, and every single day I posted 3 times a day. I never skipped a day. Just
Wow.
consistency, like just every single day. Reels are popping
Every single day.
every single day. Now I do 4 a day. I kind of go between 3
Damn.
and 4. I try out different things. 4 is doing really good for me. So yeah, literally just like be consistent, put in the work. People think it's easy. Like I think that it can be easy if you don't want to make that much money. If you just want to kind of like, if you wanted to make like a normal day job income by doing fuck all, you could do it. But if you want to go like crazy,
If you want to be Hayley fucking Davies,
Yeah.
4 times a day, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, you just have to like literally work your ass off. Like I worked over 100 hours a week for the last year and no days off, and I think like it pays off. So
Wow.
you don't have to go that crazy, but because I definitely learned some lessons around like I used to shoot a lot of my scenes pro, and a lot of people like them, so we would get like a cameraman in with a pro camera. But the thing is, the fans, they want to see amateur, real, like you were saying.
And with the
about
iPhone, you can shoot in
No,
like
they
fucking
love it.
4K, right? It's like
You can.
like your fucking his reels are fucking
And I'm
popping.
pretty sure OnlyFans degrades it from 4K anyway. That's what I've heard. Apparently, if you upload it in 4K, it goes into HD.
Oh, really?
I'm not, like, don't quote me on it, but
OnlyFans. I just
it
started my
definitely changes the
OnlyFans.
quality. Yeah.
What do you suggest to like? It's 4 times on OnlyFans and Instagram,
I do 3 a day for posts on OnlyFans.
and then messages.
3 on Twitter, 3 on OnlyFans, and then 4 on Instagram. And then you gotta have good chatting, good pricing structure. Don't like undervalue your content, because that's something I used to do. I thought like to target more people, but like 80% of your income comes from 20% of your fans. So yeah, you can still target the people with less money by doing like short videos.
Yeah.
Recently I've been doing like short little clips, like 1 or 2 minute, like little sex in the spa pool or something, and sell it for like $10, and then that targets like those people. We can do like photo sets and stuff like that.
That's so hot and fucking. That's amazing. I can't believe like that's a lot of time and like you're a fucking rock star.
Have you ever gone through phases of burnout then? Because you're like doing it.
Yeah, so I feel like people always say, oh, you're going to burn out. And I'm like, I am burnt out. Like, I'm constantly burnt out. There's definitely times where I feel like I actually like hit a wall, but I still just like, I would freak out because my calendar would be literally booked 6 weeks in advance with 3 shoots every single day.
Wow.
And I would just be there at the end of a day sometimes, like going to have a shower, and I would just be like looking at my phone, and people would be hitting me up to shoot, and I'm trying to, sometimes I fit in like a 4th or a 5th, and I'm just sitting there like, how can I do this? And then I just like breathe. I started doing breath work.
Okay.
I have like a breath work coach, but I just started, I like breathe, and I'm like, you got this, because I feel like I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, how can I keep doing this? This is crazy. But to be fair, I don't shoot 3 a day anymore. I don't even shoot 1 a day, because I have so much content that all it was doing is kind of like wasting that, because when I'm creating all this new content, I'm not like reselling that. And then I'm like, what's the point even shooting it just to sell it once? Like, you got to resell it.
Yeah.
So you need new stuff. I mean, once a week, you probably need a new video, but your fans don't need more than 1 a week.
Quick sex question. Do you come every time you have sex? Like a scene? Or is that like a bonus in like pay? Seeing like a cream pie. I don't know how porn
I pretty
works.
much, come every time, and the guy will pretty much always. Yeah, the guy will always come.
The guy always finishes, but you.
You've got,
Are you a quick trigger? Because I am.
Sometimes I will come like really quickly, and then I might not come again. Sometimes I don't come, but mostly. Or sometimes I like come. Yeah, it just depends, honestly. Usually in missionary. Is once we get to missionary.
Are you a quick comer, Tay, Levine?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can masturbate in like 45 seconds.
Really?
Dead sober. Though.
Honestly, I feel like I could make myself come like in under a minute.
Yeah,
I feel like I could
do
almost
that.
think myself to an orgasm.
Oh, wow. What? Without touching yourself?
I
No
feel like,
way.
I feel like very like not a ton of touching. Like without
friend,
I feel like
my friend was getting a massage, and she was like massaging her neck in a certain way, and she like came. I was like, that's crazy.
I feel like I have a lot of mind connection with myself.
Yeah, I believe that.
So
My connection. Okay, what are you, a Jedi?
I'm a coming Jedi.
We're gonna lighten the mood a little bit. I got a few questions for you. You know SpongeBob, right? Who's
Of
your
course.
least favorite character?
Oh God, I couldn't name.
Or what character would people compare you to be? Sounds like someone doesn't know SpongeBob that well. No, okay.
No, I actually don't know that. I watched it as a kid. It's like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
SpongeBob, and they're like 4 hours later. Like,
Yeah, okay, so you like the narrator.
I
Okay.
always send that to people when like, if they're meant to like be here for a shoot and they're like late, I send them that, and I'm like, Jesus, like,
Yeah.
you're late. But I think like,
I see you
I live in a pineapple under a tree, I feel like I'm just like, I live under a rock or under a whatever it is.
I see you,
Who lives in a
Sandy.
pineapple?
I was gonna say
Sandy,
Sandy
the
too.
squirrel. You're bubbly. You're hot.
Yeah.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's, like,
see,
cool.
Squirrel. I couldn't even.
Squirrel.
Did you say squirrel? From
Squirrel?
SpongeBob?
Like a.
Like the little.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even known there was a squirrel on SpongeBob.
Did you just call me a squirrel? Okay. Well, that question turned out amazingly.
We were talking about that, and he like hates Mr. Krabs.
I hate Mr.
He
Krabs,
felt
one,
very
because I hate
strongly
cheap
about
people, and he's like the cheap fucking crab guy.
In the restaurant. or
I hate
whatever,
cheap
right?
people. That's a pet peeve
Yeah.
of mine, when people are just cheap.
Yeah.
Funny story the other day. Her and I, we were driving down Santa Monica Boulevard, and she wanted a coffee, right?
it. Oh,
So, hey, you said I could say it 3 more times.
okay.
So, and I dropped her off. I was like, all right, get out here. And it was like, you can't get out. So I had to like take 3 laps to pick her up. And then I noticed she didn't ask me if I wanted anything. And then when I picked her up, she didn't come out with anything. So I'm like,
Even
oh
of
yeah,
her own or for you?
for me.
I just came out with one for myself.
It's like whenever I don't come anywhere empty-handed, I always ask, do you need anything? Do you want me to bring anything? And like then and then it was just like, I went out of my way. 3 laps.
he just seemed like he didn't want a coffee.
What energy was I giving off? Probably low energy. I needed a coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna live this down.
That's
This has been,
funny.
but okay. So
It was
like,
our first fight.
Would you pay for?
No. I paid for everything.
No, I was gonna say, would you pay for like? Because I've always been of the mindset like some girls will be like, oh, if the guy doesn't pay on the first date, like I'm never going on a second date. Like I always offer to pay or at least go hard.
I'd agree. I'd agree with whoever said that with that girl. Girls never pay.
I'm a bit more traditional, so I prefer when a guy pays, but
Yeah.
I also have no
prefer.
problem like paying for other things.
Yeah.
Like there's like little things that I'll pick up all the time, or just like things that I'll do or just buy.
Yeah, like buy me a fucking sandwich for lunch and I'll
Yeah.
pay $900 at Catch Steak. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
principle. I'm a big principle guy.
No, I'm a big, very, very big principle person. And if you say you're gonna do something, you got to do it.
Reliability,
I'm like
accountability.
very big on that.
What's a secret kind of like activity or hobby that you may have that no one would know?
Maybe I think because I don't post about it anymore, because I don't have a bike here, but I used to ride like motorbikes all the time. So that was like me. I was like a biker chick. So I would be like out
Oh.
like every day. Like I used to commute on it
That's
back
hot.
when I
Really?
worked in IT.
That's
yeah.
very hot. I could see it for
I
sure.
could see it too.
Yeah. And then I would get home from work and I would like go out and ride with the boys. I would like keep up with them on their huge bikes and it was
And
fun.
You worked in IT before, only?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I worked in
What
IT.
was your initial kind of like, oh, this is the amount of money I could be making? Or is it like someone said, hey,
Yeah.
you should do this. I'm
Yeah.
having sex anyways. Might as well make money off of it.
So I came from a very intelligent family, like not super conservative, like we weren't religious, but I had my mom is like a physiotherapist and my dad was like an employment mediator. He made really good money. And then my sister's like a scientist and everyone in the family has like very good jobs, lawyers and everything. So I came from an upbringing where it was kind of pressure to like do well and go to uni. So I studied software development young. I was already like living out of home when I was like 14. And then I started studying software development at 17. And then started working in IT at like 19. I started like stripping on the side, but I was very like secretive about it because I was always like career focused and my dream job was to be a cop, like a detective. So I was very like, oh, I can't do that if anyone knows I stripped. So I would strip secretively but I would make my whole month's salary in like one weekend at the club. So I would always be like, fuck, this is crazy. And I'm a very like, obviously very driven by money. So then OnlyFans came about and people would always be like, you got to do OnlyFans because I'm working at the strip club and a lot of the girls were doing it. And I was like, no way, like putting my stuff on, that's crazy. So then like a few more years go by, I started like personal training as well. So I would work in IT and then I would also personal train and then strip. And then I just got to a point and because I love to travel, I would always go and travel solo for like 3 months and just go around all these countries. And then, I was like to my mom, I was like, I just don't see the point in working for the whole month when I could just work at the club, save money, and then just travel and then come back. No, like working in IT, I can't just go 3 months on, 3 months off. And she was just like, yeah, it makes sense. And I was like, I just care what other people think. Like, I didn't want to be like a career stripper. And like, I was like, I'm too intelligent just to do that. But I think like I've learned that like my intelligence has gone a long way in this industry. So it's like, it's still got me far. So when I was 23, I was like, I'm quitting. I got my house, everything, my goals in that regards were done. And then I was like, I'm gonna just strip. And then I went to Europe and my friend started OnlyFans. And I was like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. And then I started and I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it right. Because now my stuff's like, it's out there. So I just like worked my ass off and just, yeah.
Do you have any not regrettable purchase? What was your biggest purchase besides your house? Like a flashy purchase, such as like the guy with the diamond chains that you really want, guilty pleasure purchase?
I regret like this year for my 25th, I threw like a big party. Well, I threw like this party in Hollywood Hills and I like rented out a space and everything, and I was like, oh, it's my first time like really celebrating like my birthday, because for my 21st I was just in Asia by myself, and so
just drinking sake by yourself.
Yeah, I was out at my 21st I was at a ladyboy club in Cambodia.
Ooh.
Crazy. So I was like, it's my first time really celebrating. It's my 25th. It's my first birthday in America. So I threw a party. It cost me like 25 grand. And I don't know. Yeah. Cause you gotta hire the location, and it's not just like an Airbnb for like $1,000. It's like to hire a place that lets you have parties. It's like $1,000 an hour. And then you need time for setup, time for taking it down. And then I was organizing it all myself because I'm very organized, and I was like, I got this. But then I was like, nah, I just need a party organizer just to bring in things. Like we ended up bringing in like heaters because it was in the winter. It was in February. Heaters and like lighting. And I printed these huge big boards with pictures of me like sucking dick and stuff. Like I printed like
but I love that.
Where was my invite?
Yeah, right. I'm like, damn.
I wasn't friends with you guys then, but yeah, so I like tried to make it all cool, and it's crazy how it adds up. It's insane. Like you got like catering, alcohol.
You like had a wedding.
Yeah.
So some people pay for their wedding.
Literally a wedding. That's how much they
LA
cost.
is so expensive.
And were you at Ryan's party?
I was in San Diego. I was at his last one.
Okay.
I wish I wanted to come. Originally, San Diego Swim Week was on the Sunday, and I was like gonna come to his party, but then that got changed. So I was like, I did Black Tape Project. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's where you get taped. There's this guy, and it's kind of like masking tape.
It's like electrical tape, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and so he like does these really cool designs and outfits, and then there's like
you're naked,
like a fashion show.
You're naked, and he just basically
cool.
covers your bits, like your nipples and your pussy.
Your nicks and crannies?
He does beautiful like designs.
Yeah, he does some really cool stuff.
Is it for charity?
Or
is it just like his kind of thing?
That's his thing.
That's just his thing. Like that's just his job. It's his like art, his creative outlet, I guess. And then he takes them on the runway. The content usually goes viral. Yeah. I don't think I'm too like scared to post mine because it's like you're still naked. There's a lot showing.
You're scared to post that?
On Instagram, like I don't want it to get taken down.
Oh,
my black tape stuff has. Some of it has stayed up. But
you done black tape too?
Yeah.
Like, did you do black tape for guys?
It got flagged or it got permanently taken down?
It got flagged. Yeah.
Okay, well that's right, because then you can just archive
and then you just take it down. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Do you think I could do black tape? Just like kind of tuck.
Yeah, he's done like some stuff with guys, but I think they usually are wearing boxers.
Put me in connection.
Yeah, you'd kind of have to. I feel.
If you could be an expert in anything, what would it be? Apparently not social media and OnlyFans, because it seems like you're an expert.
Probably like crypto day trading.
Okay.
Oh, do you like that shit?
I mean, I don't do it, but I know that there's just like it's very lucrative.
There's so much money, and I just don't understand it.
So much money in it, and I've tried to do like online courses on it. But oh, man, there's just these people that are just like complete nerds and very interested in it. Like, I don't have an actual like passion for I have a passion for making money, but I wouldn't say I have a passion for that. I mean, I am interested in it, but I think when you have a true passion for something, it's so much easier just to sit there
100%.
and learn about it. So it's like there's these people that just have like such a strong passion for it, and I mean, like, kudos to them because there's so many people killing it. I have a friend who he was like in a long-term relationship, and then they had a house, split, sold the house. I think he had like 400 grand, and he had a lot to play with.
Yeah.
And he just day trades. He lives in what's the island
Virgin Islands.
near
Hawaii.
Miami where you don't pay tax?
Puerto Rico.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I love this game.
Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't pay tax. So he just lives there, day trades with all that money, and makes so much money, it doesn't pay tax on it. That's
Really?
crazy.
Funny
Must
story
be
about the Cayman
nice.
Islands. I was put in the brig on a Norwegian cruise line with my family, Thanksgiving cruise, and it was in international waters, and it was up to the Cayman Islands police officers whether I could stay on the ship or not. And one recognized me from the Steve Harvey show, the short black woman. She was like, "Oh, you're that funny white boy." And then I got so I love Cayman Islands.
I haven't been. I really want to go.
Before we go, I got one more question. What's the craziest place you've had off-camera sex?
I love this question.
I wish I had a crazier answer, but probably when I was on a hike and we kind of just like ducked off the track and had sex, but there was still like people walking past.
Oh, the thrill of getting caught.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. Like, you
Yeah.
know that it's not going to be like the police, so it's just like people, like whatever.
Yeah, why not? You know,
Yeah.
little Timmy sees us,
And,
fuck
like,
doggy style.
I know.
Why fucking
In
not,
Am-
Timmy?
in
Let's go.
America,
Let's
though,
expose
like,
him young.
that's bad, like, to be caught, but this wasn't in America, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got caught not having sex, but in Colombia, because I have a thing for like flashing my tits in public. In Colombia, I know.
You should definitely come to our party.
Yeah.
Time out. What do you mean you have a thing for it?
I just like to flash my tits in public and just like post it on Twitter. Sometimes, like, I was at this bar once in LA and we went up to this bunch of nerdy guys and I'm like, hey, like, you guys want to see something? And they're like, yeah. And I like flashed them and it was hilarious. I have the video. This one guy was just like,
I feel like flashing your tits is a lost art. Like, it used to be more
Yeah.
popular in like the 90s. And
Let's
I feel
bring
like,
it back.
Yeah.
but yeah, I was in Colombia and I flashed on this mountain.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
I flashed on this mountain and it was like a walk though. It was like a trail and there was like a lot of people. And I thought no one saw. And then the cops were climbing up. There was like 1,000 stairs and they start coming for me and I'm freaking out. I'm like in Colombia. I'm like, I'm gonna go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I was like trying to run down the stairs, but
Your
I was
tits are bouncing.
so scared. Yeah, I was so scared. My heart was racing and my body was shaking that like I was trying to go down the stairs and I was like, my knees are gonna give out because I was like, holy fuck. Like, I'm gonna get arrested in Colombia.
And they
Yeah.
didn't catch you?
No.
And then you just turned around and flashed at them and they were like jaw dropped for a minute,
They were
gave you some time to
stunned.
skedaddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to the bottom and I was like, guys, like we need to like hide somewhere. Like they're gonna find me.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Do you have any questions for our girl before we're gonna sign
No.
off?
No,
Any
I
last-
think we covered them.
I think we
right?
covered a lot. I think we
Yeah.
covered a lot. Apparently, she's not covering them in public. But I want to thank you so much for coming on. This has
Thank
been a
you
blast.
so
Where can
much.
we
Yeah,
find you
this
on
is amazing.
socials, Hayley?
You can find me on Instagram, OF, Twitter. It's Hayley Davies.
That's I was trying to
You have
search
to
you up.
spell
Are you
it.
shadow banned?
I'm not right now, but you have to go. It's because it starts with it's ITS HAYLEYDAVIES. Everyone spells my name wrong. Because like in America, it's like HALEY.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I know you spelled it.
Hayley.
It's Hayley Davies. I thought it was Hayley Davies.
Because when I went to make an Instagram, it was like gone, you know. So, yeah.
She's here. She's here.
And
She's here
then
to
it's
stay.
like, yeah. So it's like I want it consistent across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and OnlyFans. So it's like I had to find one that was like
Yeah.
I could get on all of them. So I think Hayley Davies was available on Twitter, but not on
Hell yeah.
Instagram. So it's
Well,
great.
check out It's Hayley Davies on all those
It's
platforms. I want to thank Creators Inc., Jungle Tea, Only Chats. My co-host, Taylor V, absolutely crushed it. Yeah, guys, you can find her as well in maybe a Target food court, just flashing her titties to the pedestrians. Thanks so
Yeah.
much, guys. Here's
That's what
another
we're doing
episode of
after this.
Smoochie Town. Thank you, Hayley.
Thank you.